We take you now to the northwest, where voter results for the 2024 elections are over 95% complete, expected to reach 100% by the end of today. The ANC leading the pack. It's followed by the EFF and the Democratic Alliance. That bell just went off. Let's see where we are right now. 97.36% of the way in. Every time the bell goes off, it means there's an update on those numbers. And so it's an important moment for us to just update the numbers. Refiloe is standing by in the northwest. Refiloe, some unhappy political parties in that province.
Indeed, Naledi, some unhappy political parties that we saw yesterday in irregularities that were being identified and also being made aware by the IEC. A recount in Matlosana, in 3 voting districts in Matlosana, that had to be done because of some irregularities that speaks to issues of swapping of slips, issues of election results being given to other parties. Those are some of the things that were identified, but also issues of presiding officers having not been following properly election guidelines. But we did see that the IEC, together with some political parties in the province, agreeing to that recount happening in Matlosana. But like you rightfully said, that we are yet to reach the 100% mark in the Northwest Province as counting continues. ANC at the lead, followed by the EFF, Democratic Alliance, the Freedom Front Plus, MK, with the ActionSA in the Northwest Province being in position 6 with just over 13,000 provincially so of votes that have been counted. Let's speak to Mutsamai. He is from ActionSA. He's the secretary in the Northwest Province. Thank you so much and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Talk to us about the results so far and what do you make of them?
No, thanks very much, and a good morning to the viewers at home. We, as ActionSA, have done fairly well, considering that this is our very first experience with elections or partaking in the elections, and we are really proud of ourselves. We have really done well. As you have said, we are at 13,803. And we also want to say thanks very much to the voters that chose to vote for ActionSA. And speaking to your question, we have seen the other parties, what we would call established parties, gaining serious momentum, and we have also raised our issues with the IEC. We convened 2 meetings yesterday, 2 PLC meetings yesterday with Dr. Tiba, where we addressed our dissatisfactions, and that's how we got to a declaration of
And I want us to make, just as you are trying to, get your train of thoughts, some of those dissatisfactions that you had, we've seen some irregularities that were identified, parties not being happy. What are those that you have picked up, and what's your take on how elections went, counting and capturing of results so far?
Yeah, thanks very much. I was actually trying to get to the issue of recounting. Recounting was declared by the same Dr. Tiba, who is the Provincial Electoral Officer. Just to give you a few, that's Faith Hook in JB Max, that's in Dr. KK, and we also have the one in the Matlosana, same Dr. KK. And we've got Shelley Park in Rustenburg, Bojanala. We also have General Skuman, which is generally called the GHS. Now, we needed to raise these issues to say IEC is supposed to be rendering a free and fair service to us as the political parties and to South Africa. But unfortunately, we haven't really enjoyed a free and fair election. So this really disheartened us as parties, as political parties in the Northwest, in South Africa.
And as ActionSA contesting for the first time, seeing how results are coming in for you guys in terms of, seats in the provincial legislature, what are you expecting?
Yeah, we were initially expecting about 6 seats. But given what we have in front of us, given the results, we are looking at least between 1 and 2 seats. We really hope we can get 1 or 2 seats. Yeah.
Coalition government, we see how numbers are coming. It seems like no party is going to get the outright majority. Are there talks between ActionSA and some parties in relation to coalition government?
We will definitely have talks. Remember, we form part of the multi-party charter, and that was for the purpose of having proper negotiations regarding that. And we will definitely look into negotiating and seeing how to best assist each other moving ahead, as we share the same values and we want to see South Africa prosper.
Thank you so much for your time. There you have it, Naledi, coalition government, ActionSA indicating that they are indeed will have some talks with some parties just so that they can be able to work together. He was also making mention of how them as the ActionSA in the Northwest Province thinks that there have not been free and fair election processes that has been happening here in the Northwest, considering all those discrepancies that were identified.
Yeah, that's our reporter Refiloe Seboko speaking to us from the Northwest Province.